So I have to say, one of the key things I've learned as a teenager, but implement all the time as an adult, oh look, the dishes are dirty. The dishwasher's completely sealed. I'm gonna put the dirty dishes in there so they don't smell. Rather than wash them. I mean, it's not something I do often, but when I look down in the sink and I'm like, ugh, that's full. They're starting to smell a little bit. Let me put them in the dishwasher because that's sealed. It's not full enough, although it is a small dishwasher, it's not full enough to run. Tonight, after whichever we eat, we will have dishes to wash. At least about half full of that thing.
Yeah.
I have not actually washed Aaron's cup. The merch
Probably
cup.
needs it.
Well, I'm just like, I haven't washed the merch cup, so I'm not necessarily... I would think that it, like, they printed it on there and then put that shiny coating over it.
Glaze.
He's using fancy words here. Glaze.
It's fucking red.
So it's sunny it's like right now. It's going to be partially cloudy most of the day, but there's probably a sprinkle when Aaron's getting off of work. So I think we're going to be taking the bikes because he has his windbreaker jacket that can repel a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
He's dinking around with his coding stuff. At least the password generator.
Yeah. The API key I use for random.org. I had to update it, which means I had to update my code a little bit, and now I can't get it to run.
So you borked it? They borked it.
It worked.
I know.
I don't know whose fault it is.
Maybe PHP got an update? They patched it? That would still be they. I don't think of code as randomly borking itself for no reason. It had to... It's code's pretty steady state.
My host, Heroku, changed how they do git push, and so it's not working right now.
Okay, so they're somebody else.
Yes.
Okay. They updated something to benefit them, but now it's sort of... I don't know why they... There are people out there that still update their drivers for things, and it basically makes it negative. But they don't know it's negative. I know with video cards, if you have an old enough video card, sometimes an update to the drivers can actually screw up your video card because they're trying to patch stuff in the new ones. What's that called? I know that's something. It's not like stopping support for it, but it's like with apps. And I know there's a really bad thing with the iPhone, but I know that all phones are subject to this because the companies, they make bigger and bigger apps to take more advantage of the newer phones and sort of ignore the old ones and sort of force you to buy the new ones, but not really not support the old ones. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What is that called? That's not called deprecating. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the word.
It's almost like it's a passive phasing out. They are phasing them out, but they're doing it in such a positive for their business way. Yeah. And that's just going on with that. I mean, like, I know that, like, Pokemon Go could not be run probably pretty well on our old, when we first got our smartphones.
Right.
Was it my Photon? That thing could not run Pokemon Go, despite the fact that it was modicumly the same size as this current. No, actually, it was really way smaller. Oh, that's another thing how they do it. Your phone get ever so large, so like bigger. But I've also noticed the fun thing is when you've got like young kids, especially the ones that are like, they don't eat a lot or they have like a ramped up metabolism and they're boys. Like you saw them at Taco Bell. And they're like super skinny and they are literally eating junk food round the clock.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys. And they hold up this phone and they're like, "Hello, Mother." And they're like, the phone is so big on their tiny little head. because they haven't grown into their phone yet. And we've got one of the larger phones. And to be fair, some of these people probably do have like the phablets. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
They're phone tablets. So they are a bit bigger because they're more designed as a tablet, not a phone. But some of these I literally seen like with iPhones, and they can't get their hands fully around the phone up to their side of their head. And they're like, hello. And I'm like, stop it. Stop it. All right. I'm not sure how many sprints I'm going to be able to get off today. I'm definitely going to try, maybe on a time crunch. Things have been a little wonky today. Because I came by here and there was a team practicing, which is odd. Then again, I don't know when school starts. So, and I'm not sure, boy. So I sort of like, I came by here and then I went back and I kind of swung around. Whatever. Could I have picked up another field? Yeah, there are like 3 turf fields around here. There's that one over there, there's this one, and then there's one behind that building over there. It just was like really busy around here, so I was like, nah, we're not gonna. I'll come back later. It's like 1 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's warm, but it's only 17 out right now. There's apparently a private lesson going on for soccer. Gets me is the fact that it's like, it's a private lesson, and yeah, he's learning to like, I think the term is dribble the ball? I don't know. I know of dribbling the ball in basketball. I understand that dribbling the ball is not necessarily involving your hands, but it's just something we don't do in football. But the thing is he's got multiple sizes of cones. He's got like 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, he has like 15 soccer balls. All variety of being stained. Anyway, I'm not being judgmental. I'm literally just cataloging things, and I feel like I'm being judgmental cataloging data. Tomorrow, I think, is going to go for haircut. I might pre-record a video for Friday. I'll be running out to Den Haag. I want to get that done. That's like $1,000 sitting there before the cruise. So I just got to grab my passport. Anyways, as I was saying, it's like he's got so many different kinds of cones. He's taken up like a third of the field. And I'm just like, how long is this lesson last? I mean, to be fair, when I was doing my private football lessons, they were only like an hour. And even if this is an hour, he might have multiple kids. I don't know. I'm trying not to. You know, the parents are here. I don't know. I don't have a kid, so I can't necessarily say that I wouldn't bring, you know, the husband, you know, that Aaron, I wouldn't make Aaron and I sit next to like the kid having a private football lesson or something. It feels so soccer parent. And I understand that those are a thing around here. I've talked with like guys on the team that like soccer moms, and they're like, oh yeah. Pretty much, they call them hockey moms here because football is so masculine. I don't really know how this works. There's a lot of leaves and branches, so I think I'm gonna get my cleats on, and I'm gonna run from like in this area here out that way. Seems to be the less treaded upon. I just don't really want to clean anything right now because no matter how many times I push that record button while it's booting up, it don't work. I did not get lengthwise. Like I said, I'm sorry, but the private lesson is extended to the entire field. Well, that quarter of the field. He's practicing shooting goals from the right side, so he was doing goals this way. Now he's doing goals this way. And so the cones are all the way across the field. And that's fine. The guy's getting paid, and the kid's learning stuff that could be useful in the future to, I don't know. So I wasn't able to do length. I'll do that sometime before. I'll do that next week. I'll come out here when there isn't a private lesson. I'll also bring out my cones. I realized I hadn't done any like box drills or W drills or anything for a while. Or like all this stuff. Like I don't have any bags to do step overs and stuff.
But I got cones. I can even swing down by Decathlon. Maybe I should do that today. Pick up an extra set of cones. That guy's a lot of cone. I'm counting at least 60. I can't hold the camera up anymore. I just did so many. I forgot, I lost count. It's down back. I'm focusing very heavily on keeping my hips relaxed and pushing off. There's running and then there's running right. And I realized I wasn't running right very well because I was running high. So I'm fixing this because I got into a bad habit over time. And the fact that I didn't start football until later. So whenever I'd run like a long distance runner and not a sprinter. And I was getting better with Willie because he would see third person and correct me. But I didn't keep that up. I just got out of the habit. Bad shame on me. So yeah, I'm gonna go get on the bike. I might actually go swing by Sport Fonts and Bod. So, I just told Aaron kind of a weird joke. Not safe for, anyways, if I swing by Sport Fonts and Bod, I can ask them what the schedule, because I misplaced my thing, and I don't know if their website is up to date. I should probably do that. I may be able to go swimming later. So it's like 1:30. Even if I go up there, check out the time, and I can swim between like 4 and 6, that's still like 2 hours from now, and it'll be much more calorie burn. All right, so the top pool is open. Boven verdieping, something like that, is open. I mean, there's people in it right now, but so the schedule is on the website. So that one is cool. I will check it when I get home. This is the door out. So I need beer for tonight. I should really just swing by What's This Bucket here right now and get that. Even if I go by the gym, no. I need to go sit down. I need to rest. I need to think. Fun is, I thought my tire was flat on my bike. It's not. My legs just sucked that much after sprinting that much that I couldn't push very well. So my brain was like, your legs are perfect. It's the tire that's giving you extra resistance, not your tire is fine and your legs can't push as hard as you think you can. Does that make sense? Anyways, so yeah.